And here's a bit more history. This is historic site 1602. The Olowalu Afupua Lahaina Moku Sugar Mill Ruins. And there they are behind. And of course it was from the 1820s on that the missionaries started arriving here in order to do their thing. All different faiths and all different sorts of churches, which is why you do see a lot of churches on this island, all reminiscent of the missionary days. And of course sugar was a big thing. You know, businessmen started arriving here, and I don't know if it was the whole island, but certainly a lot of the island was covered in sugar cane. Okay, my love.
I think there's a wedding going on at the place next door.
Right, jolly good.
I heard the, I'm sorry.
Do you want car keys?
I'll go with you.
Okay. Right, so yeah, so there would have been lots of sugar mill processing facilities and what have you. And just back up the road, somewhere Lahaina, there's I think one of the old sugar mill trains. And over on the way back to the other direction, there's a museum. So that was a big thing back then, the sugar. And this here, as you can see, it's pretty close to the water. There's the water, and that's not a coincidence, of course. The sugar cane would have all been processed here, and apparently there were boats that then took it out to the larger boats just offshore, and then it went to wherever it went. And so throughout this island, there's all sorts of remnants of that industry. But apparently the one here, back in the 1930s, it was shipped to the Philippines.
Yep.
That's what the sign says, anyway. And yeah, how about that? There's a white cross there. Can't see anything to explain that. And of course, a bit of a mountain in the background. And yeah, so this is a state park. So no particular beach to speak of, I guess. And Feast has just gone in there for a little cooling off. But anyway, yeah, so we're about really close actually. I think we're just about a quarter of a mile south of Olowalu, where the general store is and all of that. Yeah, so you just go in this area here, fancy cooling off. Here we are, it gets a bit noisier. Oh, this thing, yeah, recently I took a video of something similar to this actually, not quite as wide as what I'm walking on now. It was like a breakwater, and on one side the water was kind of like rougher like it is there, and on the other side it was like this. It was a bit smoother, and that was deliberate. That's like a fish pond. Apparently those are deliberately constructed like that and have been for hundreds of years. And in a way, it's almost better than having a refrigerator, because the fish would come in. The larger ones couldn't get out again, because just the way the construction is. And so that was a way of keeping the fish inside this fish pond. And so then, any time you kind of fancied one, you just went and got it. And it was almost like a refrigerator. You know, you got fresh fish on hand the whole time, because they're swimming around, and most of them can't get out again. And yeah, I don't think that's this one. This one looks a lot larger. But in one of the previous videos, in fact, if I'll link to it. And yeah, it made perfect sense, didn't it? Hundreds of years ago, you know, one way of keeping fresh fish on hand, you know, just keep them in a pond and keep them swimming around until you fancy one of them. How about that? Yeah, and so this is, you can't see me. This is West Maui up there. That must be Lanai, I think. Molokai must be kind of over it, behind it, something like that. That looks to be a wedding going on the right-hand side there. I'm guessing that's what that is, a wedding. So yeah, I mean, it's going to cost somebody a few bob, isn't it? But all this sort of stuff is possible here. I mean, this is a, you know, good island for that sort of thing, isn't it? Of course, they'll probably be divorced in 12 months. No, I didn't mean that. But yeah, how about that? But anyway, so I think that fella in the white shirt is some sort of casual security guard. I'm not sure actually. Just like if you go wandering off. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you this. You know, there's this history here, of course, on the island, and like like most places, I suppose. But anyway, yeah. So that's us. That's us. Okay, so we're heading back to the car, and we have Lisa's friend Leslie, her boyfriend. It was his birthday a few days ago, so we're having a bit of a shindig at the house. Got a big yard there, so there's a whole bunch of large tables laid out, and going to be a bit of including Baileys. I do like Baileys, so do I not? So yeah, that's what we got planned for tonight. So all good. And then tomorrow we are flying off to another island. So stay tuned for that. But this time tomorrow we'll be in a rental car, right? Driving around.
Yes, sir, we will.
And there's a bit of history on that other island about Captain Cook. So stay tuned for all of that. Okay, for now, toodle bit.